Hey team, in the last video, we looked at some basics of where to be on the soccer field when we have the goal kick. In this one, it's a slightly advanced version of the same video. In this one, you'll notice that I've got some lines here that I've drawn with some hatches, so some dotted lines essentially. And in this advanced version of the same video, I wanted to show you, if you're interested, you can watch how to start thinking about soccer, not just in terms of running and kicking and passing, but also in terms of how you position yourself on the soccer field and make spaces and create spaces for yourself or your teammates. So we'll go through the same exercise of kicking the soccer ball from the goal kick, except in this video, I'm focusing on how to see the soccer field from a different perspective. Again, just like the last video, we're the orange team here. There's one player kicking the ball. Now, in the first video, I just said, hey, one person go on the right-hand side, one teammate go on the right-hand side, one player go on the left-hand side, and then the third or the fourth player can go here. If you notice now, when you think of a soccer field, you can start thinking about it in terms of different parts of the field, in terms of squares. So there's one square here, there's one here, as you can see, or one here, or one here. So there's, in this drawing that I've made, there are 6 squares or rectangles on one side of the field, and then 6 more on this side of the field. In the first video, as I was saying, we just said go to the right-hand side, the left-hand side, and further up. But if you actually draw some lines on the soccer field, you'll notice that there are different quadrants. If you remember math, there are different parts of the field or the quadrant on the field. So that's another easier way sometimes to think about where you want or need to be on the field for a goal kick. So this player obviously needs to be in this square or rectangle to kick the ball either to this teammate or this teammate. And this teammate needs to be in the square or the rectangle down here, and then this teammate can be in this one up here. One more thing I wanted to show as we in this advanced video is, let's pretend that the goalkeeper, because they remembered what we taught in the first video, they kick it to the side of the field where they have more teammates, right? So you kick the ball to this player, to this teammate, and now this teammate can either dribble or look up and pass to this teammate. Remember the one exercise we did in practice where we did the ping pong game, where basically you pass and then you run to the next cone. You pass and then you run to the next cone, right? So kind of the same thing. When this goalkeeper first passes the ball to this teammate, they should try and run in this. After you pass the ball, if the ball reaches the teammate, then start running in this direction. Over here, somewhere in this area. Now this is the fun part. So you've moved away from here. You run there while the ball is in possession with this teammate. Now basically you've outnumbered your opponents. So your opponents generally will start here, maybe one here, that's 3, and then maybe one here. Once you kick the ball, once the goalkeeper kicks the ball in this direction, if your teammate gets the ball, then you want to run here. Obviously, if they don't get the ball, then you need to follow the ball to make sure it's safe with your teammate or yourself. But let's just say you pass the ball, it gets to your teammate. This goalkeeper runs here, and now you're basically in a situation where we were practicing triangles, remember? This is the fun part about soccer as well, aside from just kicking and passing, is the tactics. So in this situation, let me draw a simple line here. So now you've basically formed a triangle here. And generally, what you'll do in this situation, once this goalkeeper runs here, you've now outnumbered the number of opponents who are within your space. What that means is it's much easier to pass to your teammates and then to move up the field, right? Eventually, you want to all go up this field and score in this goal. So right now, how many opponents do you see around this space, around this triangle? Yes, you're right. Only one. And how many teammates do you see in total here? 3. You're right, because it forms a triangle, right? So 3 is bigger than 1, which means you have more teammates to pass to or defend compared to the number of opponents here. So that's the next step for those who are interested in more advanced tactics. Once the goalkeeper kicks, the goalkeeper moves this way while this teammate either passes the ball or dribbles the ball, and then you form a triangle and you can all move slowly in this direction together while the ball is still either with you or your teammate. Now, obviously, if you lose the ball in any of these steps, you want to come back and defend the goal or get the ball from your opponent. Thanks.